It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Arizona Cardinals and the Cincinnati Bengals. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. To return it, Darius Phillips. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Operating from the gun. Hendricks. Open man. It's Preston Williams.
Hendricks' pass.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
It's a gain of 11. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on third down. Hendricks. In trouble, and he's taken down.
The quarterback taken down and...
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Phillips on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Oh, he's going to take a shot. And got his man. Complete. The 20. 10.
Ooh, he's running. He's
Touchdown.
running.
Cardinals.
Complete to John Ross.
John Ross, an even 90 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A look at the numbers a week ago for Lindsey. 16 carries, 108 for the yardage, and the score, too. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded just inside the 20. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To throw again. Allen flushed out right. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. And the catches for him, they just keep piling up. Charles, that's now 1,031 catches for his career. Ties him with Steve Smith.
Yeah, and he plays the game the same way Steve did, with pride, with determination. Some would say with anger. And that edge has given him the ability to catch 1,031 passes.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. It's a gain of 5. And that'll make it a 2nd down.
At the Bengals 35.
And again, it's Allen escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Allen to throw once more. Flush to his right. It's caught. Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the 1st quarter, as that's a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. Now he's got it. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now this will make it into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets down.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
someone
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
For a Cincinnati Bengals.
13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports.
With the score, Cardinals 13, Bengals nothing.
On 1st down, Hendricks. Open man is the tight end Troutman. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down. Hendricks under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Allen now on 1st down. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
Touchdown, Cardinals. John Ross, 91 yards. Here the Cardinals push further out in front.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. John Ross on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12.
Check. Watch 54. Get ready. Get ready.
From the gun, Hendricks. He's got his man. It's Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in his first half. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
first and 10. Hendricks. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 44-yard line. The Bengals passing game under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Bud Dupree in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141 and a half. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona.
Lining up for the point after.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much...
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw on second down, Hendricks. He'll find Williams on the slant. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On third down, it's Pollard. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurate.
He's got a man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals.
To number 11,
Julio Jones. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Cards continue to pour it on.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So we've reached halftime. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him.
That's caught at the 25. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. John Ross, 79 yards. And the Cardinals add on.
Will Lutz lining up.
And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical in the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Hendricks. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Bud Dupree has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, Hendricks got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Julio Jones. 78 yards. And this offense is running away with this one.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals getting set to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
It's so tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds and maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
At the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
He's across.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, Hendricks. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
1st down.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. Flush to his right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. John Ross, 47 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on first down. Hendricks, his throw incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there. And that'll bring up second down.
Ashton Davis there on the coverage.
Throwing again. Hendricks. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Philip Lindsay, the intended target. And it's third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Mine's 54. Go, 54. Hey, tight down, there you go.
From the gun, Hendricks. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big third down play there for the Bengals. 41 yards.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On first down, Hendricks. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run with Lindsay. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Philip Lindsay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Bengals get a bit closer.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah, college, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. To throw again on second down. Allen, that's caught by Montgomery.
Allen's pass.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Pickup. First down, Cardinals.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Marcus Williams on the coverage.
To throw again, Allen. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
And the Cardinals
eluding the pressure right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Working with a 2nd and 3. Now Allen again. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. From the gun, it's Allen.
They talk about mobility on quarterback.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Arizona.
And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
On the return, Phillips. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive,
the Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Quarterback taken down and sacked.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now the second down throw on target. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
3rd and 10.
Push him back. Push him back.
Operating from the gun, Hendricks. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Intercepted by the Cardinals.
Partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
and I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
2nd and 6 at the 21-yard line.
So Allen's going to look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
First down, Arizona.
From the gun, Allen. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
To David Montgomery.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well.
Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Today's final score, Cardinals.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cardinals, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again.